Ever wondered why you, or people you know, always seem to fall for the wrong person? It's a fascinating question, isn't it? You'd think we'd naturally gravitate towards those who are good for us, but often, that's not the case. This isn't a sign of failure or poor judgment, it's simply a part of our complex human nature, deeply rooted in our psychology. So, buckle up for an intriguing journey into the mind. In this video, we'll delve into the psychological reasons behind this phenomenon. First, let's understand the psychology of attraction. The human mind is a complex and fascinating entity, and when it comes to attraction, there are several psychological factors at play. One of these factors is physical attractiveness. It's no secret that we humans are visual creatures. We're often drawn to those who we perceive as physically attractive, often overlooking other important aspects such as character or values. Another factor is proximity. We are more likely to develop feelings for those who are physically close to us. This is why office romances or friendships turned romantic are so common. But just because someone is nearby, it doesn't mean they're the right fit for us. Then there's similarity. We tend to be attracted to people who share our interests, values, and lifestyles. This can give us a sense of familiarity and comfort, but it can also lead us to overlook red flags, thinking that similarity equals compatibility. Lastly, there's reciprocity. This is the human tendency to like those who like us. It's flattering when someone shows interest in us, and this can sometimes blind us to their flaws or our incompatibility. These factors can all play a part in leading us to fall for the wrong person. We might be drawn in by their looks, their proximity, our shared interests, or their interest in us. But attraction isn't always about compatibility or long-term suitability, and that's where things can go wrong. Our past experiences also play a significant role in who we fall for. You see, our hearts and minds are like tapestries woven with threads of past relationships, upbringing, and even traumatic experiences. These threads color our perceptions and can lead us to be attracted to people who might not be the best fit for us. Let's delve into the concept of repetition compulsion. It's a psychological phenomenon where we unconsciously seek out familiar but harmful patterns. It's like walking into the same wall over and over, expecting a different outcome each time. This could be rooted in unresolved issues from our childhood, past relationships, or even traumatic events that have left a deep imprint on our psyche. These unresolved issues often act like invisible puppeteers, leading us down paths that feel familiar, but are ultimately harmful. It's a complex web, but understanding it is the first step to breaking free. Unresolved issues from our past can trap us in a cycle of choosing the wrong partners. Finally, our belief systems greatly influence our choices. You see, the lenses through which we view ourselves, others, and relationships can often dictate the paths our hearts wander down. At times, it's a belief rooted in low self-esteem that convinces us we don't deserve better, leading us to settle for less than we're worth. Or perhaps it's a fear of being alone, a fear so potent that it prompts us to ignore the glaring warning signs and cling to relationships that are not beneficial. Then there's the romanticized belief in love at first sight. This belief can blur our vision, causing us to overlook the red flags that wave furiously in the wind, begging for our attention. In essence, our belief systems are like invisible puppet masters, pulling the strings of our hearts and steering our decisions. Our beliefs can blind us to reality, leading us to fall for someone who isn't right for us. So what have we learned about why we fall for the wrong person? We've explored the captivating world of the psychology of attraction, delving into how our brains are wired to pursue those who may not always be the best fit for us. We've unpacked the influential role of past experiences, each one shaping our preferences and choices in love, sometimes leading us to repeat patterns that aren't necessarily beneficial. We've also discovered the power of our belief systems, those ingrained thoughts and values that can sometimes blind us to the reality of a situation. All these factors intertwine, shaping our romantic decisions, sometimes leading us to fall for the wrong person. But the good news is, by understanding these elements, we can make better choices. We can learn from our past, adjust our beliefs, and use our understanding of attraction to navigate the complex world of love more effectively. Remember, falling for the wrong person is a part of life, but understanding why it happens can help us grow and make better choices in the future.